Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy V, the 4-job Fiesta. In the last episode, our characters had entered the Cleft of Dimensions, and we stopped here to rest and recover, because there was this evil robot guarding our way. Yeah, he's really tough. You can sneak past him, you don't have to fight him, but I'm gonna fight him. So I changed my things up a little bit here. Angels and Cara both have the Sing ability, and they have Hermes shoes equipped. The running shoes, so they go twice as fast. Faris does, but basically has no equipment, because I want to try to keep equipment weight down as far as possible. That way, people act a little bit faster. Lenna and Faris, they both have wall rings on, because I'm going to be bouncing spells off. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a Vitality Song up here, because I got a Preemptive Strike. And I'm fast forwarding here because it's going to take a really long time. Basically, what I want to do is I want to get the love song on, basically, Angels and Cara are going to be casting love song all the time. Faris started off with a speed song, so she'll be singing the entire time, just to keep our speed up. Omega's really fast, but since we have the Hermes shoes on our two casters, and they're getting boosted by Faris' speed song, they'll be able to outspeed Omega and keep him on a lockdown with the love song. So if I always had one character singing the love song, Omega would unfreeze and be able to deal a lot of damage. So another thing, just for safety's sake, the reason I have wall rings on Lenna and Faris is so I can bounce spells off of them to Omega. You can't target Omega with spells. He has a built-in reflect, so you have to bounce them off yourself to hit him. I have two wall rings because the more wall rings you have, the more stuns it bounces off. So you notice he'll get hit by like 2 bolts of lightning here because one bounces off of Lenna, one bounces off of Faris. So we'll get like more damage than if we just bounce it off herself. Targeting everybody. I would have liked to have another wall ring on to get like more damage, but like I said, I needed both Cara and Angels to have the Hermes shoes so that they could outspeed Omega and keep him on lockdown with the love song. Omega's kind of annoying because every time you hit him, he counterattacks. He has really deadly counters. He has one counter in Circle that can remove your character from battle. He has a Rocket Punch counter that can confuse you and take off half your hit points. You're probably mostly all the time going to be under the effect of the sap status with Omega, because one of the things he does is the Surge Beam, which hits everybody for half their health, and then inflicts the sap status on, so you have to instantly heal after that, or else next time you use the Surge Beam, it'll wipe you out. He also has several multi-targeting attacks. He has Quake, which is pretty much one-shots everybody since we can't float. He also has a Heat Beam, like the Heat Ray, that does massive damage. It can be reflected by walls, ring, or absorbed with the Flame Ring. Speaking of absorption, I have Angels with a Flame Shield and Cara with an Ice Shield. And the reason I have them with things is they're getting hit by Lenna's spells. The reason I have Lenna targeting them is if reflect spells back and they don't, I guess the way the AI works or whatever, as long as one of my party members gets hit by the spell, it doesn't consider it a straight attack against Omega, so it wouldn't trigger any of Omega's counterattacks. So that's why I want to hit at least one party member. I have to hit 2 because I need it. I couldn't put a wall ring on either Angel or Cara because I need them to be fast and singing. To heal them up though, it actually works a little bit better. The Fire 2 and the Ice 2 spell deal more damage, heal more than the Cure 2 spell. Angels has the Fire Shield, so that means he absorbs fire. Fire will give him health back. And Cara has the Ice Shield, so if ice hits her, it'll heal her. She also has a piece of Diamond gear on, the Diamond Helmet. And that's why she's not taking too much damage from the Bolt 2s as much as as much as Angel's. His Angel's taking like 3 times as much damage, which means he has to be healed, you know, much more frequently. But it doesn't really matter. Like I said, with this strategy, I can keep Omega on lockdown and never have to worry about any of his deadly counters or his deadly multi-hitting attacks. But yeah, he's pretty hard, but I've managed to defeat him in all the 4-job Fiestas so far, so you can go back and look at the other ones to see how I managed to do that. Yeah, it takes some strategy, but overall, like, you can find a way to do it, and should be able to beat him with pretty much any job. Like I said, I've beaten him with all the jobs so far that I've had, so all the group configurations I've had, so there's always been some way to do it, so it's just taken the longest time, which is why I'm fast forwarding it. I have it on 3 times the speed, because yeah, it takes quite a while to take this guy down. He has, like I said, right there you see over 55,000 health, and we're taking off about 2,800. So it's going to take about 20 turns, fully targeting turns, to take him down. Of course, we have to add extra turns because some of these turns we have to heal Angels and Cara. So the Vitality Song that Angel started out with, that helps a little bit because it slowly increases health every so often. So probably saved a few turns here and there of healing him. Works a lot better on Cara because whenever it pops up, it pretty much recovers all the damage that she takes. So you just see how fast we were going through this stuff. Actually, you should have to use an elixir. I used all of Lenna's magic points. She also has the Wizard Wand equipped, the one that the legendary weapon, and that of course boosts her elemental spells by 50%. So that definitely helps out, speeds things up as much as we could with this thing. Like I said, Omega's mainly just a battle of attrition. Since I have him on lockdown, I don't have to really worry about that. For other Fiestas, like the first one I had to work around with the Black Mage and his Lit 3 hitting 3 party members. The Bone Mail is actually a pretty good thing to use against Omega because it inflows the undead status. That's usually a key because when you're undead, he can't get targeted by the Encircle spell and removed from the battle, so that helps a lot. The only thing is it makes you weak to fire, but you can counter that by giving whoever has the Bone Mail on the Flame Ring. So yeah, I also moved the game speed to as slow as it can be, and I also put the cursor on memory. And that means that I didn't have to reselect the command. It would automatically go back to the command that I was using the last time that I entered it. So that made life a little bit easier, so I wouldn't have to be doing just a little bit of, saved a few seconds every menu. So that way, just in case I was really scared, that Omega would get out of that lockdown. So I was like, the less time I have to menu is the less chance, that I have to, potentially screw up and mess up and, have Omega get out of that stun lock. So, but thanks to the stun lock, we took him down pretty easily, and we get the Omega Medal. So that's all you get from him. You don't have to defeat him even if you're going for the 100% treasure chests, like you do have to for the other optional super boss, Shinryu, the Dragon God. But we don't fight him until very end. He's actually in the next area, the Cleft of the Void, where X-Death sends Gilgamesh, and where remember Gogo the Mimic banished himself after we showed that we were good mimics. So we'll got some time left here because since I fast forwarded the video and made it a little quicker, there's actually another boss here that I'm going to take out. So it's like a 2-boss special here. So might as well take him out because then we have a long, after we take out that boss, we have a long way to go before we have another save point, and it's another save point guarded by a boss. So just to be safe, we'll take that boss out, and then we'll just come back And the boss is right in that little cave there, so we don't have to trek too far. So you end up in a place that looks like the ancient library. Not in these pots. These books have some knowledge. Written by a wizard, The Secret of Gigaflare, the magic leaves the caster vulnerable. A book from 1,000 years ago. They appeared without sky, the one without heart, Omega, and the one who followed it, Shinryu. Not even the heroes who hold the 12 weapons are matched for them. It's best to let them rest quietly in the Cleft of Dimensions. Don't talk to them. Well, we talked with Omega and we defeated him, so... He can be pretty tough to sneak around, though, because, like, if he's walking to a square, you know, even if you're, like, 2 squares away from him, if he's walking toward a square and you're walking toward the same square, you know, trigger his thing. So you don't necessarily have to be next to him and press the A button to talk with him. If you're just, like, getting close to each other and going to occupy the same square, he will initiate the battle with you. So we got a guy who looks like Biblos here, back from the ancient library. Like Biblos, this guy's weak to fire. He's annoying like Biblos because he has status effects like the Toad here. But we're so much stronger than what we were when we fought Biblos that this guy's gonna go down pretty easily here. So unfortunately, he hit Cara, and she takes out Lenna. So, but we'll just unconfuse her there. I had, you notice I started the battle having Lenna sing the magic, and that was just to help boost up the power of Faris's magic spells, because she doesn't have the double cast yet. So, in order just to boost that damage, she has the wizard wand equipped and the magic the song boosts her magic a little bit. So, but he keeps targeting Lenna. That's not very nice. So, just keeping Faris from dealing any damage with her spells. But that's okay because Angels and Cara are doing a pretty good damage with their physicals. So, yeah, about 7 hits from either of them will finish a panda off. If you have a summoner, only if you summon it. It doesn't work if you do it with the magic lantern. But if you summon a Freet, a panda will like get scared and he'll turn around. He'll have a few free turns where he won't do anything. He's like scared of a Freet. Like a Freet comes in, he's like, oh no, it's a Freet, and he turns around, so you can get like a back attack on him, and you just get a few free turns, you know, where he's not gonna hurt you. But we don't have that summon. Well, we have the summon, we just can't cast it because we don't have a summoner. And like I said, it doesn't work with the magic lantern. You'd think it might, but there's some property about the magic lantern that a lot of times it doesn't do. I guess the enemies react to it differently, the way it was coded. For instance, if you fight a group of enemies that have, and only one of them, even one of them has the heavy command, which is protection from instant death. If you summon Odin, he'll use the gun gear. He'll never use the Zangetsu, the instant death. But if he summons it through the magic lantern, he'll always use the Zangetsu. And we can use that against the final boss, because he has 4 parts, and normally if you just summon him, Odin would come in and throw the gun gear spear, but we can use the magic lantern to avoid that code, and he ignores that 3/4 of his targets are heavy, and it'll just come out and do the instant death and take out one of them. So what you see that we had to do is you had to, when you open that book, and then if you leave to the south with the book open, you get warped to a new area, which is like a floating castle. But we wanted to come back to the save point here, so what I did was I just closed the book, and that allowed me to head back here to the waterfall to make a save, because you definitely want to save the game after, you know, fighting, defeating Omega and that boss. So take care, see you in the next episode where we go further into the Cleft of Dimensions. Bye!